Loyalty is what makes us trust. Trust is what makes us stay. Staying is what makes us love. And love is what gives us hope. Glenn Van Decken, welcome to Learning in Silence, episode 6, with your host, Juju Divine Empress, and yours truly, Ugly Pretty Chick.
Namaste, everybody. What's going on? Happy Thursday.
We apologize. Well, I apologize off the bat for the technical issues we had prior. But we're here. We're here. We're here for you.
And we're ready. Are
And
you
we're
ready,
ready.
Juju?
Yes, I am
Let's
ready. I
go.
am ready. Okay, so today's topic is loyalty and trust,
Ooh, we diving
which
deep today.
is, mm-hmm, which is, I just got a lesson. I just got a lesson. Trust the universe that things will work out. Trust in my partner. Trust in my partner.
Thank you so
I
much,
just learned
Juju.
that.
We both learned our own topic just now, right? Loyalty and trust, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Um, okay, so I'll just start by saying I love that poem. That poem was awesome. I could
Yes.
resonate on so many levels to that poem. Real quick before I do dive in, real quick shout out to everybody in the audience. I see Divine DNA. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. We are happy to have you. And of course, Nail Beauty by Brittany. We see you, girl.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for
coming.
being very patient with us. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's loyalty.
Yes. Yeah, our one of our topics, loyalty. Yes. Okay, so
Mhm.
let's dive into it. My first question: what does loyalty and trust mean to you, to me, and to the audience here with us, or whoever sees us on replay?
So, loyalty, it, for me, it's not so much of a word, it's an action. Like it's just something you do. I can understand that some people don't know what that means and doesn't know, and they have their own interpretation what loyalty means. Because you can have loyalty, but no trust,
Oh, I
right?
learned that. Yes, and both don't go together. You don't even have to have either or to have a relationship. That was something my 23-year-old taught me.
So how about I can say I won't promise because it's a choice people make. I will show you a different perspective by the end of this episode
Oh,
that they do
I
go
like that.
hand in hand, very much so.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
Challenge
for
accepted.
those in the audience, if you guys have a definition of what loyalty and trust means to you, please let us know in the comments. We would love to, you know,
Yes. I would
have
love
your
the different type of
definitions.
perspectives that people have and opinions that people have on it because not everybody knows. To be honest, I have a problem with trusting. I don't trust easily. As I don't know if a lot of our audience remember in the birthday bash episode, I was asked that. I do have an issue with trusting people, but I consider myself loyal to the end. If you penetrated the walls, I am loyal to you to the end.
Loyalty is, like I said, an action for me. So for me, it's showing me like that you love me. Show me that you even understand what that means. Sh- like it's not just having sweet compliments to my face. Tell me how you really feel. Even though I might get upset. That's loyalty. Having my back when you're not around me. You know what I mean? Don't just have it in my face. Have it behind my back too. Have my front, my back, my side, up and down. Because for me, how I like have relationships now with people is please teach me something about myself. That's
Okay.
how I learned to trust people now. And I just learned that, you know? Trust for me was very, I never understood it, honestly. Never knew what it was. Know, children are taught that when they're little, and I would want to say I was 31 when I learned what trust was. I'm 32 now. So it was not that long ago, you know?
Okay.
Trusting somebody is not just saying, "Hey, go do this for me and I'm trusting you to do that." No, for me it's
No.
I'm trusting you with my feelings. I'm trusting you with my mind. I'm trusting you with my body. I'm trusting you around not only myself and my energy, but if you have children, their energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
Trusting
that.
the fact that when you leave this earth, they will hold your legacy. For me, that is big. For me, that's loyalty. To for me to have an impact on somebody's life without even trying. Because I don't go into anything expecting anybody to trust me. I don't go into anything
That's true.
with the expectations of somebody having to give their loyalty to me. Because in my own head, I'm like, who are you? You know? Um, it's about going the extra mile. What are you gonna do for that person? You know what I mean? Um, my biggest thing is when people start to realize that children deserve loyalty and trust as well. That it's
Ooh,
not just an adult topic or feeling or emotion. It's very
that's
much a children's emotion.
yeah, that is true. That is true. I That's something that I have come to learn. Like, I do, throughout my family, I have a lot of family that dislike the way that I have the relationship with my kids.
Right.
And I have come to learn that you have to earn your respect as well as your trust. And if we want to throw it in there, maybe their loyalty as well, because they don't have to. Just because you are their parent, that's my opinion. Just because you are the parent, that doesn't mean that they owe you that.
Right. Because no one owes anybody anything. Even if you want to take it to religion, the higher power says it too. Like, you don't owe me anything. I don't owe you anything, but some common decency, a mutual understanding. You know, that plays into loyalty and trust because even the higher power is asking you to trust him, but not just with words, with action.
Correct. Yes.
Let me show you love. Let me show you how to love you. Let me show you how to love your kids, or let me your family, or your co-workers, or just your job, or wake up and say, "Go, thank you, God." That's loyalty to yourself. Do you have
Which it comes
loyalty?
to one of my questions that I have. Do you have trust and loyalty to for yourself?
Mm, that's a powerful question. Before I answer that, let's read what Brittany wrote. I like that answer.
Loyalty to me is supporting me, keeping your word, knowing I can rely on you.
Relying on somebody is a big thing for me as well. I was taught that you don't need anybody for nothing. You are more than capable of doing everything by yourself and getting everything done and still looking cute and still, you know, the whole being an adult, and if you're a parent, being a parent, or just, adulting in general. It's a lot.
Who are you telling? Adulting is hard.
We should make an episode about just adulting, period.
Adulting is super hard. I don't. There's some days I don't want to adult.
Right. Like, it's just, and then that plays into your trust. You know, your trust that no, today is not going the right way and the way I want it to go, but I'm going to be okay tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This is
Yes.
just a for today thing. That doesn't mean that's how I felt this morning or yesterday or how I'm going to feel in the future. It's just a present moment thing.
Okay.
So
So
now,
how
mhm.
Okay, continue, because I wanted to ask something right after that.
Go ahead. No, tell me.
Um, what do you say about the this specific thing where it says some people aren't loyal to you. They are loyal to their need of you. Once their needs change, so does their loyalty.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. They feed off of your energy.
Do you think everybody is that way?
No, not in a sense that it's always a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like we all take it's give and take just in general.
But that's something that I have struggled throughout my life, where I'm always the giver, the giver, the giver, the giver. Like yeah, I expect, like I always expect people to be the same as me, but at the end, I'm the one who gets disappointed, of course, from my expectations. But I'm always giving loyalty, I'm always giving respect, I'm always giving this, I'm always giving that, and I don't get it back.
Sadly, the honest to God, a general answer would just be that's just life. You know,
Life
excuse
sucks,
me.
man.
Right. And I couldn't stand that answer. When people used to tell me that, I used to get so upset. Like, no, that's not good enough, bro. Like, that's not, I don't like that. You know, give me a real answer. Give me something to trust. Give me something to be loyal to. Because if you giving me half answers, just imagine the rest of our life.
Yeah, but now that was my me back then, where I felt that way, where it's kind of like I'm always giving, 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 nobody gives it to me. But now that I am going within, I'm learning in silence and going within, I could be able to answer this question if I trust and have loyalty to myself. And it all starts with you loving yourself. If you love
Mm,
yourself enough, you are loyal to yourself enough. Loyal to yourself meaning having boundaries. When you got boundaries, you put that boundaries no matter what. Like no matter what it is, you have those boundaries up. You have them for a reason, so keep them up. Loving yourself and caring for yourself, and always
can I ask a
remembering.
question?
Sure.
And excuse me if it's quite frank, but what does loving yourself have to do with a boundary? Because I love myself, but sometimes I forget to put up a boundary. So what would you tell a person like that?
A person that, I mean, if you love yourself enough, you know that that boundary in place is for your protection, to take care of this, because not everybody could have access to that. Not
Right.
everybody could have access to your energy in itself,
Anymore,
your
right.
own trouble in itself. So those boundaries are for that. So if you maintain those boundaries up in place, that's giving self-love to yourself, making sure that only those people, and not even the people that love you, not even, I don't know how to rephrase it in the right way, and hopefully everybody understands, and you yourself. It's just because somebody manages to go in there, that doesn't mean that you can't have those boundaries up. Those boundaries are for you, to protect you yourself.
Okay.
We are creatures of survival. I've always said that we are creatures of survival. We just got to learn how to survive together, but
Right. Like a
still having
coexist.
coexist, but still have your boundaries. You can't let everybody step all over you, which was
Right.
one of my toxic things that I had. I let people walk all over me whenever they wanted. I was like, yes, don't worry, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. And I thought that that was being loyal, but that's not being loyal to myself. That's being loyal to them. And then that goes to what I just said. The minute that their need for me is gone, they don't give a crap about all the loyalty that I just gave them.
Right.
It's, it just goes straight to the garbage. So am I giving loyalty to them, and then not, why not to myself? I'm not doing it to myself. So
Right.
hopefully everybody understood what I just said.
No, you've given me a different perspective because a boundary for me is something I have struggled with for a very long time. You know, I've always felt of like I loved myself. Did I do things sometimes that wasn't so great that may have looked like I didn't love myself? Sure, because of probably life and circumstance. People have weak moments, but it was more so of a boundary, I guess, now that you were talking, a fear of losing people. If I don't do these things, they won't trust me. Or not worrying for a second, like you said, do I trust them? Do I want you around me right now? Do I want you a part of anything that I have going on? Then yeah, I can see how that does play into your self-love.
But those who respect your boundaries and those who understand are your true friends or your true people that belongs in your circle. If they don't respect your boundaries and if they don't understand those moments where you don't feel you don't want to be around, that doesn't mean that you don't want them forever. It's just that you don't want them around at that particular moment because for whatever reason you're going through, if they cannot understand that and they don't trust that you're still their friend and you're still this or you're still your partner or whatever it is, type of relationship that you have, then they shouldn't be around you.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
Why do you think that it's such like it's so problematic because somebody wants to be by themselves?
Hmm.
Why is it created into such an issue for me, maybe I'm saying it wrong. For me it's an insecurity. That's how I label it. Maybe you have a better word cuz people look at me like, "Really? I'm not insecure." But then again, if you have a better word, let me know because that's something inside of you, not inside of me. I'm okay with being alone and thinking about it for a minute and coming back, you know? Because maybe it's just not about you. It is about me. I don't want to say something I don't mean. Then you won't trust me no more. You won't want to be around me. You won't want to be loyal to me because I'm not thinking about what I'm doing and what I'm saying when in regards to you.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I could resonate with what you're saying. Okay. I used to do this where every time it was too much and too overwhelming for me, I will some say a ghost, but I would just go and retrieve myself and took care of me
You be ghosting
because
people, Juju?
because it was too much for me.
You
So it's kind.
Casper?
I'm Juju Casper. No, but that I did that. I will retrieve and I will just take care of me and my own, which is my household. It could be something that it was going in within myself, in my mind, or just in my household, and I didn't want nobody to affect. I was always a person that I didn't like people to see me vulnerable because it's a quote
Mhm.
unquote society that's weakness. If I see you crying, that's weak, especially for a woman. You can't be weak.
I love that you said that.
You're not allowed to be weak. You're allowed to do this. You're supposed to take 300 million things all up in your shoulders and be okay with it, and at the end you have to supposed to smile with a pretty face and always look good and always. No, 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 I was not born for that. I was not
That's
born.
my pro woman over there.
I was not born
My
for that.
pro feminine over there. See, me, I see both lights. So for me, it's male and female. I see it in both ways. You know what I mean? Like I feel like both people should be equally as confident, as strong. Not equally, let me not say that because then people start playing into numbers like you I'm here, so you need to be here. No. If a person is here and you're just
We're
like
equal as human beings. Put it
right,
like that. We're
right.
all humans. We all got two eyes, two ears, etc.,
Right.
etc. We all
Right.
got the
Right.
same stuff. We all came
Right.
from the same
So
creator.
just like you feel, I feel. I just I respond differently. I act differently. But that's just because what I've been through and what I taught myself to do in those type of situations. I have even taught myself it's not that I can't trust somebody to be as swift or as clever as I am. It's just maybe they never had to go through what I've had to go through. So now it's getting real for me, if that makes sense. And that happened today, you know? Like, it was just like, I have to stop thinking that it's not that I think I can control everything. It's just, I guess, for me, from what I've been through, if I don't have a type of structure or type of codes or live up to certain things within myself, not saying that it's for anyone else, it's just myself. For me, I have this thing in my head that it's not good enough, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Who
how
you talking to me? Because it's
no, I'm
like
talking to
you
myself. I'm talking to
like we're
myself.
watching in the mirror because that's exactly that.
Really?
Come on, yeah, like
Oh,
that's
I'm
how I.
sorry. I felt bad for a minute, like, no, no, no. I'm talking about me. My inner
That's how
self.
like I have my own standards of who I'm supposed to be, and if I for any reason like like unbalance that like is that's it for me, like it screws with my head. Like I
Right.
have a certain standards and I have to keep that certain standards, but that's just on me. Like I
So
have
do
to be
you,
on me.
do you start to question the trust you have for yourself?
At times, yes, yes, yes. It got to
And
even
it
a
has
question
nothing to
where
do with loyalty. It's just trust.
it got to a point where I was, I guess, in the feeling of being, when you feel lost, because that's how you start
Okay.
your healing journey, is when you
Yes, definitely.
completely are lost. It got to a point where I was so lost that I didn't trust anything at all, even myself. That one of my kids therapists asked me to make a decision for my kid, and I hesitated, and she said, do you trust the decision you make for your kids? And I was like, do I? Like, I don't know what you're like. I don't know. Like, I hesitated, and I had to ask my this question. Like for the rest of the day, I asked my question: do I trust myself? Do I trust myself making decisions for my own kids? And yes, I do. But it just took me off guard. Like I never asked myself
It
that
hit
question
different.
ever. Yeah,
Right. It hit
ever.
different.
And I
Right.
don't know if a lot of people ask themselves. If then if you do, I commend you, because I never asked that to myself. Do I trust me for me or for my kids?
Right. And more, see, for me, maybe it wasn't so much do I trust me, am I good enough? So maybe that's what I or I covered it with when I should have been asking that question.
Well, that what I could relate when it came to partners. Was I good
Oh,
enough
okay.
for them?
Oh, okay.
I always had to question myself. Am I good enough? Why is that they never propose? Why is that I gotta always be hinting that I want to get married? Why is that I always gotta hint when I want this and when I want that? I'm not good enough. Why do they always ended up, to the cheating part? Why am I not enough? That was always the question, but not when it came to anything else.
So do you think that played into any part of your trust and loyalty in other people now that you're single? Like, does that
Yeah,
play into you, like, present and going forward?
I was I could say that I never fully trusted anyone in my life because I didn't fully trust in myself.
Okay. Right.
It's kind of like where it falls, where if
That
you
hit for
don't
me.
love yourself, you can't truly love anyone else.
And it's sad because I always want people to learn before they hit the brick wall. And I know 1,000 people tell me all the time, Amanda, you
You can't.
can't. Yeah, I know. I know.
You
You
can't
can't.
save them all.
I know.
I know, but I was with you. I still have a few that I still want to save here and
Because
there, and then
for
I gotta
me, I guess it's
catch
just my
myself.
understanding. You know,
Yeah,
I never
that's your
had this,
compassion. That's your empath on you.
and it bothers me so much sometimes that it's just like you see it, but it's like you choose not to. And I get it because I do it too. But I'm learning because discipline is something else I wanted to implement in this conversation. And I'm not
Okay.
just talking about discipline with eating. Because right away, I noticed lately, every time I say discipline, people are like, "You're trying to tell me I need to go on a diet?" Well, if it's a spiritual diet, sure, why not?
Hey, and if the shoe fits, I'm just, I'm just being blunt.
And I love it because that's what we need. That's what I wanted to bring back to this show because this is everything day to day that a lot of people they say, well, I didn't know. Well, I feel like now we're giving people a reason to know. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you could Google it, you could YouTube it, look us up on TikTok, something. If we don't have an answer, and I always tell this to my kids, I tell this to Juju, and if I don't have an answer, I will
Go
find you
look
one.
for one. Go look for one.
Solutions. Solutions, even to trust. I really thought I was never capable of trusting anybody. Like, I felt the opposite. I trusted myself, I want to say to a certain extent, because
Yeah.
I still
Same.
didn't have control. I, s- I still don't have complete control of my anger part. But my anger comes more from when I how can I say? When it's not really like mine almost. Like, because when you sit down and you really ask yourself, why are you even angry? Why are you screaming? Why are you slamming stuff? Why are you making this grand old show? You're not getting an Oscar for it. So, what are you doing? You want a round of applause? Like, I've been saying this all week. People want attention. People thrive off of attention. Why not give it to yourself? It's okay to not even trust yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to have loyalty to yourself. Learn to just check yourself. When, nah, girlfriend, we ain't doing that today. Like, or, you shouldn't have said that, right? Or, don't you think that's a little too much? Yeah, too much, too far. Learn to catch yourself.
Yes, be aware. You
Very
have to
much.
always be aware of everything that you do and all your actions that you do,
And I've
which is
also
something that I'm still
gotten
learning.
people telling me, why do I need to? So if you asking that, that just tells me you're not ready to heal
Mm,
and you're not ready to be around me. Because a healed person, I won't even say a healed person, a person that's willing to learn and grow would have never said that. They would want to know why. And like you said, compassion and empathy. Because I've even seen some empaths that don't have no empathy. A
really?
lot of them. Yeah, sounds weird, right? I thought the same thing. I pondered
Wait,
on
you
it for
just
days.
baffled me. Wait. You baffled me right now. What?
Another show, another day.
No, man. We getting juicy. Okay.
We'll be here for like a whole nother hour.
Okay, let's go back to the show. Okay, so what do you say about the word sorry when it comes to trust and loyalty?
This is a good one because before my unhealed self, and listen to this, it's going to blow your mind even more. I used to say sorry was for children. Do not tell me you're sorry. I do not care. You shouldn't have did it in the first place. And I was very, very stern on that with people. Then something, or should I say someone, hit me with some knowledge. Do you not want grace? Do you not want understanding? Do you not want somebody to let you open up and tell your flaws so that you could get it out? Do you not want somebody to see your beauty after that? So what's the problem? Again, I understand life and circumstances, and some have been through worse than others. And I recognize that. I give that light and I give that love to everyone watching this because you matter. And I will keep saying that. I'm probably going to get a shirt that says it.
You matter. Hey, yay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're
You
gonna get it. We're gonna
matter.
get it.
Cause you
It's true.
do. Even if you're angry today, you matter, bro. If you having trust issues, you still matter, and that's still valid. You got loyalty issues. You don't know who you to be loyal to. You who you listen.
Healed and unhealed, you still matter. But the unhealed people, please listen up. Okay. Okay. So I have this. It says, sorry works when a mistake is made, but not when trust is broken. So in life, make mistakes, but never break trust because forgiving is easy, but forgetting and trusting again is something impossible.
So I think either you asked me or I asked you a question the other day, right? And it was about the forgetting part.
The forgiving or the forgetting? Because I remember asking you for a forgiving.
Okay, yeah. I knew it was one of them F's. But you kind of, I guess, were teaching me something in a way because didn't realize how much I struggled with forgiving people.
Oh.
I really did. I really thought that I was okay with, listen, you're not for me. It's cool. Back up and we good. Like, don't worry about it. We go right. But that's not forgiving somebody because you don't need to be in somebody's face to have a conversation to, give forgiveness to the situation or to the person. You know what I mean? And I learned that like about a week ago when we were talking. And you asked me too, is that why we can't forget? Because it's that hard to forgive somebody.
Yeah,
It's that hard to trust somebody.
that's why we struggle to trust those that the trust has been broken because it's hard to forgive. And then if we do get to forgive, we can't forget because it still jabs at you. Every time I hear the word sorry, all I think about is Elton John. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Wow. Hmm.
Because now you gotta be not only vulnerable,
Hmm.
you gotta admit you're wrong.
Yep, and that's a lot of things. Oh my God, a lot of people struggle with accountability, like acceptance,
No,
accountability.
no. Accountability, I do not struggle with. Let's get this straight. I do not struggle with accountability. But I will say this. Sometimes I believe that I am just that clever and smart that I know how to win certain situations or arguments with people, and I'm just like, damn.
It's kind of like
And
you play it in your head and you already know how is it gonna end.
and then when they really get you, and this isn't a jokeful way. I'm not talking about no serious matters or, anything to do with legal issues or nothing like that. I'm talking about just friendships and, everyday life stuff. Like, even with your spouse, you'd be like, Damn, I am wrong. You know what?
But I ain't gonna tell him. I ain't gonna tell him. I ain't gonna tell him.
I'll go that way.
Stay sure.
Let me come back with it, okay?
Well, it comes to where going back to the topic, there's
Mhm.
something that I wrote here. I don't know where it came from, but it says trust is such a huge word. It either makes something or destroys it. Do you agree with that?
To a to a degree, like maybe just unching a little bit,
Jing.
a little bit.
Okay, so what
Trust
do
for
you
me, on I said it before. Again, I don't go into anything expecting you to trust me, have loyalty to me, wanting to do anything for me because you don't know me. You know, I expect you to have, and I do with everybody. This is just me. Common decency, human decency. Just know I'm a person like you and you're a person like me. Even if I got a screw face right now, maybe something happened to me. You know, like it
but
doesn't mean you
that's for
can't
some
trust me.
relationship.
It doesn't mean you can't trust me because I'm like that, or it doesn't mean like trust is time for me. You grow that. Like,
Oh.
yeah, like you grow that. Like it's like, if you want to say, for me, trust is like love. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't you shouldn't give it out so freely. You wouldn't give yourself out so freely now, would you?
Okay, but I understand that on regards of like relationships and stuff, but when it comes to like situations where you have to trust, like for instance a job, you have to trust that other person no matter what, even if you don't even know them.
I
What would you
wouldn't
say
say
on that?
trust. I would say have faith.
Oh, I like that.
Having faith changes the energy. It turns it into your favor. So that way you tried. You went in with intentions of showing up and showing out. Now, whatever their agenda was, that's on them, honey. But you played your part. You trust yourself to do the right thing. And if you can't trust yourself to do the right thing, honey, be on the lookout for my Zoom.
Well, and when it comes to relationships, I have relationships should never be taken for granted. The choice of being with with another is like in a life is an amazing thing. Trust, loyalty, and respect are most for eternal happiness. No matter how much you love someone, if you don't have these ingredients, you will never succeed.
Hold on one
Agree to
second.
disagree.
Right. Right, we could agree to disagree because s- again, it's your energy. Your energy allows you to do that. To For people who smile all day, for people who like Brittany give love out all day, for me who I give positivity out all day, whether I'm angry or I'm I'm very happy. Either way, I'm always giving knowledge, you know, and somehow, some way, for me it hits. And I know that it does, especially when I see people's reactions, or when I start seeing people come to me for certain things and asking me my opinions now. That means something to me. That
Okay.
is me building trust in myself, building confidence that I can do this, having loyalty to me and my energy and my craft and my gifts, that I'm not letting no one else affect that. No matter how much I love you, and no matter how much love I do have for the world, cuz I do, but my love is different because my love is through knowledge.
That's the point. Everybody's different. We all are different.
Mhm.
I well, let's continue. Let's take a quick break. And
Yes.
we'll come right back after these messages.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com. Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom press-on Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. And now, back to the show.
10% off with the code Juju. Welcome back to Learning in Silence with your hosts, Juju and Mandee.
What's going on, guys? It's been a great show, and we are happy that you guys come out every second and fourth Thursday of the month and hang out with us. We love your love, especially our Brit Brat. Woo! Thank you for coming out and always showing love and always showing support. Mr. and Mrs. Jackson, thank you again for coming out. Breakthrough Show, we love you.
Yes, we all
But we're
love you.
not
We love
done
you.
yet.
Nope, we're
Still
not
got
done.
a little treat for you before
I
we end it.
Topic loyalty and trust. Okay, so let's go back, dig in. Next question. You ready? Set? Go. At what age do we introduce loyalty and trust to children?
Beautiful question. That is such a beautiful question, and I wish more people had those kinds of questions. In my healing journey, right, I started studying Reiki when I want to say 4 months pregnant with my last child. I learned what the sound bowl was. I learned what it meant. It took me on this huge journey, right? To my understanding became my baby hears these sounds. So therefore, I saw and I felt the difference, the calmness, the way she would go from moving to just smooth, angelic, like, motions and stuff like that. Or how even towards the end when I was 9 months pregnant and overdue.
That's where they really move.
Oh my goodness. It really helped me to focus. And I was able to take my mind out of being in pain. You know what I mean? Because I had a C-section this time around. And even, thank God, all the way up until the C-section part, I kept the sound in my head. And I was just like, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. We're going to be okay. Because I didn't want her to feel a thing. You know, later when she was born and, life and circumstance again, I'll say, I was taught that you could teach a child about energy as soon as they're in your womb, as soon as they come out. So it's not to say
that.
that they wouldn't understand fully what loyalty and trust is, but they already have it without knowing it because they rely on you. They trust you to wake up every day and feed them, change them, bathe them, and their loyalty is to you because they see that, they feel that love. You know, you tell them those things. You're teaching them how to live life and how to live it in a healthy way, hopefully. You know, and if not, if you don't know, hopefully you'll get help and want your, your children and your grandchildren, your great grandchildren to live better than you did.
The way I see it is, the minute we have children, those that have children at whatever age, they the minute they're born, they trust you off the bat. They trust that you're going to feed them. They trust that you're going to take care of them. They trust that. Now, that's a different type of trust. That's a baby trust. Now, the minute that they start growing and they start getting to a certain age and having more understanding and more awareness of things around, they trust you for when they get hurt, they fall, they trust that you're going to take care of them. They always come. Why do they always come? I'm like, I got a boo boo, you know? They trust for you to take care of it and kiss it and make it go away. Then as the age goes, it's a different type of trust until
They
they become an
believe in
adult.
this power that you have. That's what my children say. They tell me I'm an angel with no wings. And they lately they've been saying it so much and I'm like, why do you guys keep saying that? Like, where are you getting that
The
from?
wings are growing. Look right there. They're little by little. They're growing.
They're little right now, right?
They're little right now.
I'm growing up though. I'm growing up.
But okay, so going back, so when it comes to the loyalty on regards of kids, I don't know what to think of it yet. I don't know if they grow, as soon as they grow, they already have loyalty to you. I feel like that's something that you develop
Yes,
with them as they grow. You develop this bubble of loyalty that for them to have, and it's kind of like a loyalty that goes both ways. It's not just one way. It has to go both ways. Just like
correct.
respect has to go both ways. You want the kids to
Absolutely.
respect you, you got to respect them as humans because they're humans. They're not your little servants, they're not your little maids, they're not your little this. They're humans just like you was back in the day. Did you like to do all the things that your parents made you do when you was young? So why would you want them to do it? And that was something that it hit me right in the face hard when I
Right.
realized that I was doing that to my kids. I swear to myself that I was never going to turn into my mother. And I was just doing exactly that, being my mother. I was doing everything as she was doing to me. I was doing it to them. And
Force of
right,
habit.
that was something that was the first thing that actually made me realize when I started my healing journey. It was like, the damage that I have caused, my toxicity that has caused to my children, mainly of all my children. That's what made me realize and open my eyes. And it's like, okay, I have to change this. I've done enough.
I can resonate.
Enough is enough. I
I
remember
can
you
resonate.
saying that of, I think it was last topic. Enough is enough. Okay, enough.
Yes. I think we, as even just a human race, have been through way more than we need to.
Yes.
Maybe for some, we needed it. For others, it's just way too much. And for people like us, it's more of we're trying to find that yin yang balance because there's beauty in both. There's beauty in your hurt and there's beauty in your healing. And the best, and I'm going to keep saying that the best relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. Yes, your kids, but yourself, because I've gotten scrutinized for stuff like that. Like, you have to scream at them and have a firm voice and put finger like this to make them do what you say. And
Not take the bell and whoop their behinds. No, no.
you
I'm
making
sorry.
me want to walk away and ask you, are you nuts? Like, you okay? You had Dunkin' Donuts today? You want to, like,
I want Dunkin' Donuts now.
serious. Like, I think finding your childlike energy helps with trust too. Your childlike energy helps with loyalty as well. Because when you're a child and you're going through something traumatic, I'm pardon the noise in the background. But um when you find that and you could remember how happy you were in those moments, and if you could just pull a little bit out to your present moment, it changes something in you. It
I
shows
like
you a
that.
different perspective. It
Mhm.
shows you that it's possible to trust people. It's possible to have loyalty because, like you said, boundaries.
Oh, that is something that,
And when you stand firm on them,
yes, yes. No matter if it's loved ones, you have to always have boundaries, including your kids. That is something I learned from Andy. Including your kids, you have to have boundaries with.
I learned that the hard way, okay? I mean, you don't shoo them away or nothing like
No,
that.
no, never, never,
I'm
never.
not encouraging that. What I mean is you're entitled to your moment, just like you're entitled to your moment and everything else. You're a human being. You can only take but so much. And I try to even build that trust relationship to where I even see it now. My son, I love him to death. He's more like, you want a cup of something, mom? Like, you want some ice and some water? You want some soda? You want a snack? Like, what can I do? I see it
He's,
in your face, mom.
he's very nurturing with you. Oh, that's
Right. And for me, that's everything because it's just like if it's possible, man. A 10-year-old could do it. And it's just the things we go through in life that make us lose that.
That's wonderful
We
though, because
forget
when
that.
he grows up, he will be that gentleman. He will be
Oh,
that gentleman to whoever he decides to be with. He
I
will
hope
be
so.
caring, gentle, and caring and compassionate, and
I
that's
hope so.
wonderful.
I hope
That
so.
not a lot of parents show that. Not a lot of parents, have. Well, let me rephrase that, because not all parents have the time to. There's parents that got to work 5 6 jobs just to take care of these kids. So I
Right.
commend those parents that they still raise those kids, take them through college and everything. I commend
Hmm.
them. But I'm talking about that there's parents that are out there that they just got kids and they don't show them what's, the morals, the values, and how to be kind, how to be respectful with
Your
everybody else
words.
and themselves. I'm just saying I'm
You
just saying.
never, you never. I've seen a couple little children now and then where I'll be like,
Those stores when you see those little children, I'll be like, where's your mama? Where's your mama?
see, I've learned I can't do that because I have little kitty cats and sometimes, not all the time they behave, you know. Sometimes one wants to dart one way, the other one wants this, so they go this way and they're running circles around me and then the baby's crying. But I have learned to have trust in myself that this too shall pass.
But you have to have trust. That's something that I learned the hard way, and I'm talking as an experience. You have to trust in within yourself, talking to yourself and myself, that we are doing a good damn job with these kids and we're raising them to be good human beings, and you have to trust that you have taught them the right way. It's kind of like you already planted the seeds. Let the tree grow. Let it grow. All you got to do is water it from time to time.
Fall's
Baby, I'm
coming,
here.
honey. It's harvest time. Let's go.
I'm
Start
here.
planting your
I'm here for
seeds.
whenever you need me. But it shows that we're raising these kids good. Kids are kids. Kids are going to be kids no matter where. It's just there are times where kids misbehave and they're very disrespectful no matter what. And there's times where kids are just kids, but they know how to
Mhm.
respect. And that doesn't mean that there was something also that I used to do with my kids. You got to respect all the elders no matter what. No, that I learned that that's not true. You got to earn their respect, because there's a lot of people that treat kids bad, and we're forcing the kids to treat these people with respect when they're treating them bad.
and have trust into them and put loyalty into them, and they really don't want to.
And then we grow up being who? Me,
Bitter.
that doesn't trust people because my trust was broken. I was forced to trust somebody that was not being nice to me. So why should I trust anyone?
But nice in others' eyes. I can resonate, definitely.
Remember that saying that I said that the wolf in the sheep of a skin, in the skin of a sheep. Wait, I said it wrong.
I know what you mean, though. I felt it when you said it, I swear. But moving along, do we have any other questions
We
or
do have our. I have one more question, so we could go to our shout out of the day.
let's
Let's
do one
just
more
give
question.
one more question. Okay, so my last question is:
I'm feeling.
when do you think is the right time to give your loyalty or trust to others?
Come again?
When do you think is the right time to give your loyalty or trust to others? I think we have answered it throughout the conversation, but just to rephrase it,
How about when you're ready?
when you're ready. I like that.
when
Simple.
when your energy tells you yeah, but also just listen to your intuition.
I like that.
Listen to your
I like that.
intuition.
Your intuition and your gut. Your gut always tells you. Your gut. Just go
Go with your vibe.
listen to your intuition. Look out for the red flags, and feel your gut. There you go. Voila.
Right. But just always have trust, loyalty, and respect for yourself at all times. Even if you don't at the moment, even as you're watching this and you're just like, well, hello, I don't, she's not talking about me. I am talking about you because it's possible, you matter. So when you decide that you matter and that you're going to do the work to move forward, I hope I'm around to see that for
Okay,
anyone
but
out there.
my answer will be in a sense where I mean, if you need healing and you are healed, or you're in the process of healing, and you come to a relationship, it doesn't have to be romantic, or any of that kind. Just a relationship with another human being.
Okay.
Get to know the person.
Yeah.
Get to know the person
Be
first
friends.
before
Yeah.
you give them your trust. You know, and you don't have to be that ride or die person for every single person. Just be that ride or die for that one special, or maybe two. I don't know. I'm just putting numbers out there. Y'all put your own numbers. I will only be that ride or die for that one special person besides my children. I'll be always my ride or die for my children, but anybody else, it will, you know, that's the way I see it. Like, you could still trust. It's just get to know the person. Don't jump. Don't do the old Juju. Old Juju used to just jump and be like, okay, we got a relationship. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna give you this. You got 100%. It's up to you what you keep. No, because I was giving them all of me, and they was just misusing it, and then I just got the crumbs. Have you heard of that saying that if you crumble a piece of paper and after you try to flap it, it's not the same, right? No matter how much you iron it, is never the same. That's the same
True.
thing on regards of love, and of trust, love, and loyalty and respect all around. That's the way, my opinion. That's the way it is. I feel once you crumble that paper up, you can't iron it back again to its rightful place.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. I could resonate with that.
Sorry, I get passionate when I'm very passionate. I scream. I'm sorry if I'm screaming. I'm sorry.
Hey, you's feeling the spirit right now. But let's do shout outs.
Woo!
Shout outs. Small business
Mandee
shout out.
set. I gotta fix it. It's gonna be Mandy's small business shout out segment. Woo-hoo.
Well, it is that time again of the show where I always shout out the lovely small businesses and everyone who has put a name out there to be shouted out. So you can follow these divine souls on the bottom: Skin by Deej, Queen Bee Hustle, Ugly Pretty Chick, and Go Divas Jewelry, and of course, Nail
Let's go
Beauty by
divas.
Pretty.
Look, I got gold
Oh,
divas jewelry.
oh, you
Oh
got
my
some.
god, look at her
Oh, look at that.
bracelet. And then I got Brit nail. Oh, look at this. Oh my Gucci's. Oh my Gucci's. Oh
Oh,
my Gucci's.
you a model today, huh? I think we're gonna have to add
Yes.
you to small business shout
Yes.
out.
Uh, uh, uh,
A
soon to
brand
come.
ambassador.
Soon to come. New necklace from Ugly Pretty Chick.
We gonna see. We
We're
gonna
gonna see
see.
in the future. I'm trying to convince her, yo. I'm trying to convince her for her hand. You know, her hand. You gotta understand, poor baby, her hand.
For real. I trust me. Now doing jewelry takes me so much more time. That's why I'm like, I haven't even put anything up yet, because I'm not putting nothing out until it's, you know, UPC approved.
That's all right. I'm a very patient. I'm a very patient client.
I know
I'm
you
very
are.
patient.
And
I'm
yours
very.
has got to be special.
Oh
I already
yeah,
have
yeah.
an idea for you. Don't worry.
Ooh. Okay, so don't forget, tune in on Learning in Silence every second and fourth Thursday of the month at
At
12
12
p.m.
p.m.
East. Mm. And please, for those souls, I know we sometimes we're silly, but that's the fun of it. Where you get silly, you get seriousness. If we need to be serious,
Healing
we're
ain't all
serious.
about crying.
Exactly. I mean, you do cry. Don't get me wrong. I've been crying for like 3 days straight. But if you get it all, you get it all with us. And if
It's
you
releasing.
please don't hesitate to reach out. And if we don't have it, like my co-host said, if we don't have it, the answer, we will help you find it. So please reach out to us in our YouTube and our, what is it, IG, and soon to come in um our, what is it, the TikTok thing.
Yeah, we're
We're
working on that.
working on it.
We're working on up to TikTok.
But please don't hesitate to email us as well. We're here for you. We're here to help. So just, we love you. We love you.
Reach out
Anything
to
else you want to say in regards to the topic or your
Don't
affirmations?
forget to reach us on Discord, because you could chat with
Oh
us and
yes,
be buddies.
I am
Hello.
so
We
sorry. I
could
am.
text it up. We could send you
Yes.
like emojis and what would
Yes,
you
our
gift?
Discord community. Yes, yes, yes. Please join us. We do have a blast sometimes when
Yeah,
we
we
do,
do.
because we're
Positive
busy people.
affirmations. We're
Yes,
there for each other. If you're going through something or you have something you want to say, hey, why not? You can
yep,
even show love to any of the shows on there as well.
correct. Yeah, don't forget to watch other shows like Spirit Sessions, My Way, Divine DNA. Our, you always, our one of our fans. Throwback Thursday, the Breakthrough Show
Yes,
Network has its own
very,
Breakthrough Show.
very good show.
Which is a amazing show, and of course our show, your fan favorites.
Thank you so much, guys. But before we go, I want to end off on a positive note and leave you with some food for thought. So, you know what? Let me just take you on a mind journey real quick before you go on your day. Are you used to people leaving you, questioning your worth sometimes, pretending nothing's wrong, but everything just seems to hurt you? Being weak was something we were taught to be, but maybe those are the parts that we just need to heal of us. See, trust, it isn't just something that you write down or you tattoo on yourself. Trust to me runs deeper than the ocean, deeper than any understanding we can ever fathom. Loyalty is an energy, and that energy should never be changed to a vibe that doesn't suit you. It should never be twisted or turned to fit someone's life, trust, or interpretations. Repeat after me. I love me. Repeat to those who, you know, make you question yourself. Do you love me? Do you understand me and my languages? Would you do all the things I would do for me? Would you plant seeds with me and watch them grow? Would you travel just to make my soul happy? Are you willing to understand my brain and the way I flow? Loyalty and trust are very much like yin and yang, opposite energies, but still there's a mutual respect and understanding for both. So, let loyalty be the seed, and let trust be the beautiful journey, and you choose the people that take that journey. Namaste, guys, and remember always, always, guys, put love back into your heart, back into your speech, and back into your mind. It's your girl, Ugly Pretty Chick.
Well, my ending will be, you should trust not because you're naive, not because they can't betray you, but because when you extend your hand and trust, you're inviting the best part of that person to step forward. And that won't happen unless you take the first step, which is courage, not naivety, on the path to enlightenment. And always remember, inhaled in, exhaled out. That's how you truly begin the process of learning in silence. Until next time, with your hosts, Juju and Mandee.